I mean, again, I know you've said it a million times. You can check that, it's no problem. But the whole 10th planet, even the name itself, was that part of your researching and all of that stuff? Because I'm assuming it's
It was, you know,
Planet
back,
X,
back in the
Nibiru,
day,
that kind of thing.
I don't know where you're at with conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
but most conspiracy theorists start with the government's hiding UFOs.
Yeah.
That's the conspiracy. And then you realize like that's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
They want you to think that the government is, they want you to believe in
Yeah.
UFOs. They never censor UFO stuff. You could talk about all the UFO stuff and you could have government officials coming out, whistleblowers, they're not gonna ban nothing. And then you start to realize, then
Like why?
Bill Cooper, he's the godfather of conspiracies, and he's the one who realized like, damn, they set people up, they set him up. So what they do is like with Bob Lazar, they want people, they take dudes with big mouths that are alcoholics. Then you realize, you know, that they set them up. Like they'll take a guy in, they'll come in. They want people to believe in UFOs because you know, the grand conspiracy is a one world government.
The new world order.
They want one world. The elite are always working.
Yeah.
How do we get this one world government together? And that the fake alien invasion, that's the one that's going to get everyone together.
You think with holograms or with
probably,
because it's getting crazy now.
Yeah.
Like,
so now I realize, oh shit, they tricked me. Like they get like Bob Lazar, they bring him in. This is just my guess.
Yeah.
This is how they did. This is what Bill Cooper said. They did it to him too. Like Bill Cooper was working for naval intelligence, and his job was to put together organized documents for top secret meetings with these admirals and they, you know, and he would look at these documents and they were talking about UFOs and they were going to discuss UFOs. So they set him up.
Yeah, they
so then he's like, oh,
breadcrumbs around the place for him to
so
pick
then
up on,
he goes and tells everybody, yo, UFOs are real. That's what they want to do. It's like Bob Lazar, they bring him in, hey, you know, don't go in that room. You know, they brought him in Area 51 or whatever. Don't go in that room. We'll be right back. And then he goes into the next room and then he sees like, he saw a craft.
But there's bits of truth in it, like the element that he found or whatever, that was element, what was it called? There was a special something that he found that turns out 10 years later it did exist and all that. So there's always some truth in what they're saying, which kind of makes you right. I mean, it's a bit confusing.
That doesn't mean there's UFOs though.
Do you believe there is or there isn't any UFOs?
I believe that there's a strong possibility that there's land that we don't know. They're hiding land from us, and there might be other civilizations and other lands that way. I think outer space is that way, not that way. It's not up.
Over the ice wall.
It's that way, that way. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there could be craft coming from those areas, you know, but the whole space, the grays and all that. And I don't, if the government's allowing it and they're pushing it, I don't believe it now.
Yeah.
So back to your original question, 10th planet jujitsu, that comes from the time where I bought the whole UFO conspiracy hook, line, and sinker. So that's really what it's about.
Yeah, Planet X.
Yeah. Zachariah Sitchin was a biblical scholar who transcribed the ancient Sumerian texts, and he's saying that these are all stories of an alien race on a 10th planet called Nibiru.
Nibiru,
And then they came to our to Earth to mine gold, and so that they could turn the gold into like gold dust to protect their atmosphere of the 10th planet, and they're far superior to us. They created us as slaves. So I bought that story, hook, line, and sinker. But I would always read, they're like, yo, Zachariah Sitchin is getting paid by Rockefellers. He's in the Rockefeller building. This is a psyop. And I'm like, no. I was really, really into it. So now, at first, the 10th planet whole thing was like truth to me. You know, it was all about like, you know, there's American jiu-jitsu, Japanese jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Nibiru jiu-jitsu. That would be the best. Wouldn't that be the best?
Yeah.
So Joe, I was going to call it Nibiru jiu-jitsu, and Joe's the one who said, why don't you just call it 10th planet jiu-jitsu? I'm like, that sounds stupid. And then a minute later or so, I'm like, wait a minute. That's it. It is 10th planet. Joe's the one. It was going to be called Nibiru jiu-jitsu.
But I think whatever you did, it would have worked. Like if it was Nibiru right now, we would have been like, it was good. Joe told me 10th planet, but I called it Nibiru, and look what Nibiru, do you know what I mean? So I think either way, It's because of it's like it's co-signed by you. Whatever it would have been would have
So
worked.
now to me, it's like Death Star Jiu-Jitsu. It's like fiction.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, you know, Star Wars Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No, I mean, it works, and you guys are different to everyone else.
yeah,
So
and it probably protects me a little bit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I talked a lot of shit over the, you know, about politics and the Clintons and the Bushes and 9/11. I bet
you say a lot of shit though, but
like there's probably hits on me. Like, let's get rid of this guy. But then, you know, someone might go, hey, boss, but he is pushing space a lot with that 10th planet jiu-jitsu. You might want to leave him alone. It balances out. You know what I mean? So